Happy Saturday, America. You listen to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA, Freedom 1110. I'm your host, Dave, hanging out with Rock and Larry Cobb. And, of course, Cameron's doing all of our technical work for us. At least trying to, right, yeah. He's over there having difficulties this afternoon. We're trying to get him all set up. We'll give him a minute. Maybe he'll get on task over here. So, anyway, moving on. So, it's been interesting. I've got some emails this week and a bunch of different interesting stories and stuff that we've covered in the last, I don't know, some of the stuff goes back almost 6 months. People have asked me some questions. So, I decided that I would address some questions this week and some of the older stories and what has happened and what's going on. And so, you thought you heard the end of Dieselgate, right?
Yeah. You mean I haven't?
No. So I got a letter sent. Somebody said, what was ever the outcome of Dieselgate? Well, it's like anything else. The next new shiny thing in the news is what we move on to. It doesn't matter what the topic is. It's just what happens in the news. If you have something that's really important right this second, as soon as there's the next new thing to grab a hold of, we snatch onto it and away we go, and you don't talk about something else. And that happens in automotive news all the time.
Yeah, some people pray for that.
Well, it's kind of funny because I think the reason why somebody decided to ask me whatever happened to it was because it popped up in the news this week, which I think refreshed some people's memory, which then somebody decided to send me a, hey, whatever happened. Mm-hmm. I think everybody else forgot too. So that's the reason why.
I forgot.
No, I know you forgot. I hadn't really forgot. There was just really hadn't been anything to really talk about. But here's the interesting part. So it hasn't really gone away. A lot of stuff is just, a lot of it's happening over in other countries. More than it's happening here, it's happening everywhere else. More than we're hearing a lot here in the United States. So Germany has its hands full because they're doing most of the investigations and they're handling all the prosecution and all that kind of stuff for it. But the interesting part about it is that, so you had Audi, they were looking at Porsche, they were looking at Volkswagen and how they're all mixed together and how they are all kind of, who was responsible, who was involved, who wasn't. So you would think that while you're being investigated or while all this is going on, you just lay low, stay low, get down low, however it is you want to say it. No, somebody's selling something. So you think that would be like the thing to do, right?
That would be common sense, I think.
Well, common sense tends to escape some people.
Yes.
So in the news this week, German prosecutors have announced, yes, Cameron.
If you're trying to watch on Facebook right now, we are having technical difficulties trying to connect to the server, but we are working on that right now.
Oh, okay. So Cameron's trying to get us up and running on Facebook, so give him a second. Hopefully he'll get it sorted out. So, back to what I was saying. You would think that you would lay low, and the German prosecutors have released that they have actually recorded telephone calls of the bigwigs trying to, get their cover story together amongst themselves.
Oh, rehearsing their testimony, huh?
With today's technology, obviously the technology you used didn't work with trying to in the cars because it got discovered, but you would think in today's technology, you would not have conversations like that over the phone.
Yeah, people just don't learn.
Yeah, people don't learn. You're right. I mean, look at all the stuff. Look how ubiquitous video cameras are now.
Oh, guys, if you haven't figured this out yet, video is huge. Stop doing stupid things. Video catches everything.
They're not going to do it. Every time you see one, the first thing you think is, you idiot. Don't you know there's cameras everywhere? What are you doing?
It's amazing to me. So the biggest thing right this second is the rash of break-ins on cars have been up. It's been huge, over and over and over again. And I get these videos sent to me of it's all caught on tape over and over. I'm like, did you not think, even if the house you're exactly at that you were breaking into on that car didn't have a camera, you have to assume that the other 6 houses around it probably did.
Yeah.
Well, at least one of them or 2 of them had a camera.
And that's what people don't understand. They're like, oh, we didn't have cameras, or they didn't have cameras. The neighbor probably does. Go look at them.
I cannot count how many outcries that there have been of, I don't have a camera. Does anybody around me have a camera? My car was broken into last night. And I see this on the your community pages and stuff like that. Somebody's like, oh, I live 2 houses down from you, and sure. And by the way, I happened to see the car that was parked out on the street last night. I saw the people get out right around the time and here's the license plate.
Yeah.
And it's cameras are everywhere, guys. So why would these people not think that while they were trying to get their cover story together, that somebody wouldn't have been listening to the telephone call?
Because that's what idiots do.
Oh, God. Like I said, I really thought that we had heard the end of Diesel for the most part. But here you have these big, I mean, these are high up in the company. We're not talking about low level like executives. We're talking like the highest up executives there is, having conversations of how to, have the same stories.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Where the fun is, the big wigs.
Yeah, no, right. It's just absolutely amazing to me. Absolutely amazing to me.
There's a car thing about that. just because your head's shaped like a hubcap doesn't mean you're a big wheel.
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Well, you were talking about the big wheel, so
the big wheel. Oh, here's another one that somebody sent me. So here's a story. I guess this one comes just outside of Atlanta. Somebody sent me a story about, I guess there was a truck carrying printer ink that got in an accident and spilled printer ink all over the highway.
Ooh.
I guess like 40,000 pounds of it or something all over. It made a big, huge mess.
Wonder what the dollar value on that was, since we know how much printer ink is.
Do you think that will actually recoat the road better than some of the stuff we just naturally do?
It'll make a mess, though. The environmental people.
The road will be really black for a long time.
That can't that can't be left there. And how you know it was black?
Because it says it's black toner ink.
Oh,
it's all in
okay.
the story. Yeah, it's black toner ink.
All right,
it'd be cool if it was all the colors. It was just this one
Yellow.
section of road, just this big, huge, weird looking rainbow of colors.
Red.
They're like, wow, what happened here? That'd be different.
I don't know. It's I have no idea what would happen. I've never known that to happen around here.
I've seen.
It'd be
I think
no
I told
different
you.
if it was paint, would it? Supposed to be.
Well, no. Do you ever wonder? Probably not. But you come across sections of road and there's just you can see where paint is spilt on the road,
Yeah.
and you can see where it leaked for forever.
Yeah.
And you're like, how could somebody drive down the road and not know they were leaking that much paint out of their vehicle?
So, so I'm driving under the show today because I drove my car, and
Go on, tell your story.
so when I'm coming in, I saw this guy. He's in front of me, and there's just a piece of tape, just a big thing hanging off the back bed.
We're talking about the Chevy truck.
Yeah, the Chevy
Yeah. I
truck.
saw that truck too. It was a long, huge piece of packaging tape or for almost pallet size packaging tape. So the cellophane that you go around it. Mm-hmm. Just probably about a 14-foot section. Just
dragging the ground.
Dragging off it, which made me, of course, as I pass him, I look in my rear mirror. Then I realized that it was a polishing rag in the back of my truck. This has now been stuck in the back of my truck forever. I've had a polishing rag back there. Hasn't moved in weeks because it's been sitting underneath a chain and stuff like that. For some reason, the wind direction today was the perfect wind direction where I decided it wanted to claim that polishing rag. So I'm down
It
polishing
took
rag.
a long time for it to claim it. I kept watching it come out, and I'm like, "Don't hit my car! Don't hit my car!"
Well, it's a polishing rag. I was like, it's not going anywhere. It hasn't gone anywhere in weeks. No, it
So
claimed
now it's gone somewhere.
Yeah, it's gone. I lost the polishing rag. My own
the
fault.
wind.
My own fault. And I don't even remember how it even got back there, to be honest with you.
Must have been polishing.
Dun.
Must have been putting on new wipers.
But no, I'm telling you, all the little stories, little things, it gets your mind thinking. You start thinking about all these little different things. Like I said, everything I got this week was stuff that people sent me, those little stories that people had asked. And like I said, things that we've talked about all through all the different weeks and months for the last couple of months. And it just makes you wonder about where all these little stories go and why we don't ever hear anything else about them. And I thought it was kind of interesting to just kind of recap some of the stuff because, okay, I'll give you another one. So here's another interesting one. So we've been talking about the mid-engine Corvette seems like forever.
It does.
It seems like forever. And everybody keeps on asking me the same question. I touch upon it, but I'll be honest, I don't talk about it a whole lot because I don't really have any answers. Everybody's like, oh, when is it coming? Or when do you think it's going to be out? Or is it going to have this? Or is it going to have that? And what do you think about it? To be honest with you, I don't think much of it. Do I think it's going to be a cool car? Sure. I'm sure it's going to be a very cool car when it finally comes out. Do I know what the final price tag is going to be? No. And every time somebody tells me what the final price tag is going to be, I'm like, I don't think that's going to be it. I think it's going to be something different. What are they going to be the engine options? Well, we've speculated on, I think we pinned it down to 3 different engine options, but even then, it's still kind of a rumor base. We just don't know. I mean, it may have those, it may not have those. The latest rumor mill this week, just to kind of give you an idea, because every time I turn around, the reason why I don't talk about it, because there's always a new rumor, is that they thought it was going to hit right before Christmas time. I think that we were talking about that before. We hinted on the thought that they thought the car might hit before Christmas. Well, now it may not. So that's the latest rumor. Hate to bust your bubble if you guys haven't been paying attention to the news this week.
You mean it could be 2020 or later?
So here's the rumor, and I say rumor, and I'm going to air quote it for all of you guys because you guys know how I love air quotes. This is a good rumor. But this is also how rumors start. But this is a good thing if this is true. So the rumor is very simple. The car is supposed to be lightning quick. It's supposed to be actually a really pretty cool car. Now, I had talked to some of our associates and stuff throughout the show that give us some of our information. So like when I can go to people and ask them questions that we know within the industry, and they've said, look, this thing is going to be pretty cool. If you're a Corvette guy, if you really truly wanted to kind of own a supercar without a huge supercar price tag, this may be what you were looking for, which that pops up a lot of people's ears that are Corvette people. It's also the reason why we talk about that all those Corvettes haven't sold that are sitting around on the lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's where the rumor part comes in, guys. The newest rumor is that the car may not get produced when it was supposed to because it's having some problems. Some of these problems could probably be corrected pretty quickly. So they're having a couple wiring issues, which that's not a big deal. For a new model, okay, we can get over that. The coolest part of the rumor is this thing makes so much horsepower in such a light car that it's actually twisting the body so hard on launches that it's busting the back window out. Oh. So that's the newest rumor. And like I said, I air quote, it's the newest rumor. So they're saying this car is just so sickly, insanely cool that it's going to bust the back window out when it twists on launch.
So, any bank want to give me a loan so I can go buy this car?
So, if this is true, that's a pretty cool advertised problem to have, but maybe not so much.
Yeah, because it's not having a rear window is not going to sit well.
Right. Well, I'm sure they'll find a way to. If this is true, and it very well could be, just by the way the car is made, that could be easily true. I mean, you have full body cars that had so much twist to them back in the day when they added horsepower to them that they did a lot of damage to cars.
They'll come up with a new way to temper the glass.
No, they'll find a new way to still stiffen the body on it.
No, they'll just give lifetime warranty
Right,
on the
no,
glass.
that's never happening. That's never happening. I'm just saying, so that's a cool rumor to have out there that this thing is just so wickedly.
And I'm sure GM loves it.
Yes and no.
Yeah, I mean, we don't even know what rumors they're feeding out there just to get so they'll get the check.
Well, look, it worked for Dodge and the SRT 8 and the Hellcat and the Demon. Look how many rumors they threw out there.
I can't believe that it wouldn't be introduced until this, at least before 2020.
Well, here's the thing: if you can't get all the demons out of it, you know what I mean? Then
they're working on it.
Your best
day.
thing is to do is hold production and make sure that it's right. So when it does hit it's everything everybody wanted to when it hits the showroom floor. That'd be the smartest thing to do. But like I said, keep in mind these are just rumors. Any publicity is good publicity. Rather it's bad or it's good, as long as your name's in the wind. It's in the wind.
Longer they wait, the more it costs.
The longer they wait, the more hype builds up around this car too.
That is true.
So
exactly
that
right.
plays a good part in it as well.
But the more they wait, the more other Corvettes that sit around.
Those Corvettes aren't moving still.
Yeah,
so I was talking with my buddy the other day, and he's like, man, we're hard-pressed to move a Corvette.
Because everybody's waiting for the new one.
Well, of course, because December is going to creep up very quickly. Yeah. So how would you like to go spend, let's just say you bought the baddest Corvette that's out there right this second, and you spend close to $100,000. And no sooner than you spend your $100,000 and you feel all giddy about owning this, then your buddy pulls up next to you in the newest thing that he spent maybe $30,000 more on, but he's got something so much cooler than what you just bought.
And you had been waiting for that.
That's
but
right.
You just got
settled.
tired.
That's right. You're going to hate yourself because your car, not only could you have spent $30,000 more and maybe had something really cool, but yours is now worth, you spent $100,000 on it, it's probably worth 70. Yeah. And you've only drove it twice because that's just the way it works. On that note, guys, that's just some of the stuff that's in the room. We're going to recap some of these stories throughout the last 6 months, some of the things you guys sent me and asked questions on. I'm going to try to address. Stay with us. We'll talk to you soon.
You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio with Dave Palach here on Freedom 1110 WKQA.
An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Well, here's a pound of prevention from your Napa Auto Care Center. We'll customize a preventive maintenance package for your vehicle that will save you time, money, and hassles now and down the road. We'll ask, do you drive mainly in the city or on the highway? Plan to keep your vehicle? How long? And more. Preventive maintenance is a good thing that prevents bad things. Build yours at your Napa Auto Care Center today.
Hey guys, Dave Pilach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. Do you currently have a repair shop you trust? Haven't found the time to go to a garage for all your automotive needs? Check out the all-star team at Napa BDGHRVA.com. That's Napa BDGHRVA.com. Let them show you what it's like to work with the professionals and make a friend along the way. Talk to you soon.
Nobody remembers the name J.F. Whitlow & Sons Incorporated until you need them. But when you have a toilet problem, drains back up, pipes freeze, your heat or air conditioning stops working, then you remember J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Don't forget the phone number, 399-1714. That's 399-1714. Air conditioning and heating and all plumbing. J.F. Whitlow & Sons have been serving Hampton Roads since 1949, residential and commercial. You can always count on J.F. Whitlow & Sons to get to you fast and get the job done right the first time. Located in Portsmouth and serving all of Hampton Roads. Those who know, call J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Call them at 399-1714. That's 399-1714. J.F. Whitlow & Sons Incorporated.
Hey guys, Dave Pilach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. You've heard me say it time and time again. Anyone can guess what's wrong with your transmission. The true test is getting it right the first time. At Bob and Cindy's Cottman Transmission in Janif, there is no guessing. They understand that your car is more than just a car. It's what gets you from work on time and home safely at the end of the day. Bob and Cindy understand you have to work hard to meet the needs of your customer. Their certified technicians will help keep you on the road for years to come. If you can drive it, they can fix it. Call Bob and Cindy today at Cottman Transmission Janif, 466-7778. That's 466-7778.
Are you ready for a change? Is this the year you go from just a job to a career? Well, ATI can help. Advanced Technology Institute offers degrees and diplomas in the in-demand fields with hands-on training of automotive technology, heavy vehicle technology, HVAC, commercial refrigeration, maritime welding, and commercial driving. ATI provides accelerated schedules to help students get into their career field fast. So why wait? Day and night classes are available. Job placement assistance from orientation to graduation. Go to auto.edu right now to find out more, or call 757-490-1241. That's 490-1241. What are you waiting for? ATI, not just helping build the minds of tomorrow, but building your community every day. ATI is certified by SHEV, the State Council of Higher Education for Virginia, to operate in Virginia. Do you currently live in an apartment or condo? Need to work on your car, truck, even motorcycle, but your homeowners association has you down? If your garage is full of broken dreams and the I'll get to it next week projects, American Do-It-Yourself Garage is the place for you. They offer fully equipped, well-lit garage bays with or without a vehicle lift for your needs. Each bay is fully equipped with a workbench, hand tools, air tools, laptop usage, even assistance with parts ordering, which is all included with each bay rental for a reasonable price. If you're looking for a place that feels like home, filled with fantastic staff willing to lend a hand, then give American Do-It-Yourself Garage a call today at 1-844-462-3494. That's 1-844-462-3494. Or go to their webpage and reserve your bay at AmericanDIYG.com. American Do-It-Yourself Garage. Let the friendship begin.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Call into the program now at 757-222-3705. Now, here is Dave Palach.
Welcome back, America. You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA Freedom 1110. I'm Dave Pilach, hanging out with Rock and Larry Cobb. And, of course, Cameron's doing all of our technical work for us. So if you guys were with us during the beginning of the show, we were talking about going back through some of the stories people sent us, asking us, hey, what happened to this story? What happened to that story? Whatever transpired. So I pulled some of the stuff that you guys sent me in email and some of the stories that we've recapped and just kind of go and tell you where we are now and what has happened. So here's one of the things. Do you guys remember when we were talking a couple months back? And we were following, I think we started talking about this like in November, where auto sales were starting to drop off a little bit.
Yep.
And
you mean like auto sales in favor of being replaced by trucks?
No, just
auto sales
okay. In general. And I said we were going to watch it, and it looked like February was still a little slow too. And then people were starting to hope that maybe people getting their tax money, back would inflate. And I said, well, we'll see. We'll see how March and all that kind of stuff plays out. So here's the story. Somebody asked me, so how we spanning this, are you looking at it as a short little bit? Are you looking at a long bit? How are you gauging it? And I said, well, I'm gauging it of the information that comes through. Every month they go ahead and they track it, but then sometimes they look at it as a whole, like in a quarterly. So they'll do like a quarterly review and stuff like that. Here's something that came to me this week. Somebody sent to me. I thought was kind of interesting. So we know that some of these plants over the last couple of years have idled down or have idled back, and they've let people go, and they're not producing as many cars. And I've always said there has to be a way to make this work for everybody. So we stop losing plants making cars, and people stop being out of work. And that's one of my general concerns is, the more plants that close, the more people are out of work. And, like when we lost the Ford plant here, it was a huge hit for everybody.
It was.
And I always thought that there was a way in my mind that we could have kept that plant here running somehow, some way, if there's been some concessions and people were willing to work with others, or there was another car manufacturer was looking to come here and possibly take that plant and retool it and make a different model, and that never happened either. So there was a lot of different rumbling about a lot of different things that could happen. So here's a story about there was a Cleveland car dealer who tried to stop GM's plant from going idle. I don't know if you guys heard about this. So there's a plant in Ohio that is, I think they're down to just one shift now. So they had 3 shifts, and now they're down to 1 shift, and eventually that may just be down to no shifts at all. So this car dealer is just a normal guy. His name's Bernie, is it Moreno? I think that's how you say his last name. So he went to GM. Now, he's just a car dealer. Now, imagine this. You're just a regular old car dealer. You're just selling cars. You have some car dealerships. So he's got quite a few of them. I think he's got like 15 car dealerships total. He's like, look, I don't want the plant to close. So here's my idea. I'll buy enough cars from you to make it sustainable for the plant to stay open and produce cars for at least for the next 5 years.
That's a lot of cars.
That is a lot of cars. So he had an idea. Not just was he trying to put the cars on his lots. I don't think that was really his intentions. He was like, I want to open up a rival company to Uber. And I want to use Chevy as my main car. So I'm going to buy the cars. I'm going to hire drivers. We're going to get drivers and put drivers in them. And I'm going to have a company. And I haven't seen the name pop up what he was going to call it. But I'm going to have a rival company to Uber. And I'm going to supply all GM cars. We're going to use I think they wanted to use the Cruise. So I'm going to use the Cruise is going to be the car, and that will you guys will produce enough cars to stay open and keep the plant open and running. That everybody will be able to keep their jobs, and the plant at least have another 5 years of production to run. And GM went, no, we're all right. Now, I'm not going to say that I totally understand all this because I'm sure there's a lot of moving parts that I don't understand, but I don't understand this at all.
I don't either. I don't know how it's feasible or possible for even do that because the numbers are so way off.
Well, no, I mean, so
these
the dollar and cents. He figured it out. He only had to buy so many cars from them, and he was willing to do that. He was willing to agree to buy this amount of cars so the plant could stay running. Now, granted, it wouldn't have been 3 shifts. He openly admits that it would only been 2 shifts, but
I couldn't imagine one.
They could have devised the work between the people that were there, so people wouldn't just been completely out of work. I mean, you shut down a plant. 1,500, 2,000 workers looking for jobs. That's a lot of people.
Yes.
Take that third shift and put it as the drivers for all the cars for his company.
I don't think it was going to be in one town. That's a lot of drivers in one town. I think obviously it's going to be a nationwide like Uber type company.
Well, regardless of the size of the town, I would think these factories are going to put out. I have no idea. Let's say 500 cars a day,
Okay.
5 days a week.
Well, I'm just saying
he's not going to be able to handle.
Here's the thing. He part of his deal was, I guarantee I'll openly purchase these cars. That was part of the deal. There was no backing out or going, didn't hit my goal. He openly was going to agree to purchase the cars.
Everything off the line he was going to purchase.
He was going to purchase and they would have made him over a course of 5 years. Is what it was going to be.
You start figuring out that's still a lot of
cars. He did all the numbers. I think it was like 150,000 cars or something like that. It was something crazy.
Over 5 years? That doesn't sound right.
No, it was. So there's a lot that goes to. Like I said, I don't claim to understand all the numbers, but he had devised a plan to be able to keep it open, and it was a legitimate plan. It wasn't like a harebrained scheme.
Yeah, obviously, he came up with this plan. That one of the big things of like any plan is we got to make money. This has got to be profitable.
Okay, but here's the thing. If you have a viable plan that would work, okay, what would keep GM from just going, okay, you know what, let's go ahead and do this? There has to be something there.
Well, starting their own deal. They don't need to get in with somebody else. And does an Uber passenger care what kind of car they're riding in?
They don't, but it was just a reason to. He was just providing a car. Oh, Cameron's going to say, well, yes, I do. Yes, I do care what kind of car.
Time. One, the Uber driver has to have an aux cord for music. That's just number one rule. And number two, if the Uber driver offers water and food while you are driving,
isn't that an upgrade, though? Isn't that like is that an Uber upgrade? I know one of the companies used to have an upgrade, like if you grabbed a candy bar or water, then it was upgraded on your ticket or something like that. We're doing that for a while.
So they got a little box with treats in there.
There is one of the companies that had that. Which company was it?
I forget what company, but I got into an Uber one day, and this man had cookies, candy, bottles of water. No, it wasn't.
There's no way he's giving that away for free.
Think about it. If you make that your full-time job, or even part-time, and because you have blitz mode, so what you do is you get off work once blitz mode activates at 6
act like
PM.
I know what blitz mode is.
Blitz mode is like the driver makes 2 times of what they were going to make because it's very active in that area.
Okay.
So they're making double, so they just take half of that and go buy snacks. And now you're going to get more of a tip because you're now offering them something that no other Uber driver would usually do.
There's a whole lot of uncertainty there that's all being based on.
Look, I'm still saying the car matters what I get in. I want a nice, comfortable
Have you seen
car.
I saw a little skit. Somebody sent it to me a couple weeks ago. And it was the Uber driver that was going around picking people up in the Lamborghini. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
It just as a funny.
Which is... One, their account can get banned because the Lamborghini will never get approved.
No. He had he didn't see how he did it.
No.
So it's like he's got like a 2012 Focus or something like that registered, but he just pulls up in the Lamborghini. So they're looking for the Focus, but he has a Lamborghini. He's like, oh, my other car was in the shop, so I had to use this one today. It's kind of funny.
Well, it would be in the shop. It's a Ford.
Oh, did not miss the opportunity. Look, I will say on behalf of Cameron, you can drive whatever you want. You're just my manufactured challenge friend.
Email me at Cameron.
Send all your hate mail to Cameron. No, I look, people have been clever with a lot of the different ride-sharing programs that are out there, and they're not going to go away. There's a lot more to come. Like I said, you heard me say a long time ago, there's so many ride-sharing companies that are out there that you haven't even heard of that are out there trying to be developed that it's amazing.
What happened to the scooter one?
Yeah, that one came and went quickly.
That one came and went gone, and nobody else has talked about it.
Yeah, I haven't heard anybody talk about it forever.
Uber had a scooter?
No, there was this company called Ride, and you could, people would go borrow scooters. You know, like when you were driving a bike?
Yeah.
and you would leave your bike outside your house sometimes.
Sure.
Well, you leave the scooter outside your house, and people come up, they pay their fee, which is $1, and then it's like 10 cents a minute or something.
Wasn't one called Birdie too or something?
Yeah,
like that?
it was called Birdie. And they would scan a QR code, which would give you access to that scooter, and you would ride it to wherever you needed and leave
And
it
you
outside.
left it wherever you left it.
And then somebody would do it. Well, they didn't get approval from the cities to do it. They would just put tons of scooters in a van, drive that city, and start saying, all right, we're going to drop these off.
Well, that happened here in Norfolk.
That happened in Norfolk and Virginia Beach, and
Yeah.
so then people started
Bird,
getting...
that's who it was.
Bird, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Bird?
And then they started calling it the bird murder because law enforcement would start going up and taking the scooters, or people would start putting them in storage units. And you'd go try to find these scooters, and it was either at a police station locked up or in a storage unit locked up. And it went away. I haven't heard about it since. When we go to commercial break, I'll actually see how many is around us.
There were a bunch impounded in Norfolk. I think they recently, I saw in the news where they were released, and I guess they've gotten permission now, and now they're going to have these scooters all over the
I don't
place.
know. We'll
Oh,
see.
did they get permission now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see because it was one of those things for a while where they tried the rollout was horribly
Well,
planned.
yeah, because they did it. They didn't get any of the permissions you're
Of course
supposed to
not.
get ahead of time.
It's
They did it backwards.
What the good old saying: it's better to ask for forgiveness
Than
than
permission.
permission.
Yeah.
So there you go. And on that note, got to take a commercial break. I'll talk to you soon.
You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio with Dave Palach here on Freedom 1110 WKQA.
Hey guys, Dave Pilach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. You've heard me say it time and time again. Anyone can guess what's wrong with your transmission. The true test is getting it right the first time. At Bob and Cindy's Cotman Transmission in Janif, there is no guessing. They understand that your car is more than just a car. It's what gets you from work on time and home safely at the end of the day. Bob and Cindy understand you have to work hard to meet the needs of your customer. Their certified technicians will help keep you on the road for years to come. If you can drive it, they can fix it. Call Bob and Cindy today at Cotman Transmission Janif, 466-7778. That's 466-7778. Are you ready for a change? Is this the year that you go from a job to a career? Well, ATI can help. Advanced Technology Institute offers degrees and diplomas in the in-demand field with hands-on training of automotive technology, heavy vehicle technology, HVAC commercial refrigeration, maritime welding, and commercial diving. ATI provides accelerated schedules to help students get into their career field fast. So why wait? Day and night classes are available, job placement assistance from orientation to graduation. Go to auto.edu right now to find out more. Or you can call 757-490-1241. That's 490-1241. What are you waiting for? ATI, not just helping build the minds of tomorrow, but building your community every day. ATI is certified by Chev, the State Council of Higher Education for Virginia, to operate in Virginia.
Okay, your week is crazy. Your local Napa Auto Care Center understands. That's why we're open Saturdays for your convenience. Get that oil change you've been putting off way too long. Be done with those squeaky brakes that are on your last nerve. We get it. Our Napa Auto Care Center is open Saturday when you maybe don't have soccer, dance class, a late meeting at work, you name it. Call for a Saturday appointment now.
Hey guys, Dave Pilach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. Are you tired of trying all the wrong auto shops and never leaving feeling that satisfied experience? Napa Car Care Centers, the BDG HRVA group, has the answer for you. Friendly, reliable teams assembled for all your automotive needs. Find your local auto center today at NapaBDGHRVA.com. That's NapaBDGHRVA.com. Talk to you soon.
Wish you could get your car in the air? We've got you covered. Don't have the tools for the job? Not a problem. Dream of having a garage equipped with everything you need to get the job done from start to finish? Well, dreams come true. At American Do-It-Yourself Garage, you'll find our friendly staff just waiting to lend you a hand in a safe and friendly environment. If you're looking for a place where you can do it all, from cars, trucks, and even motorcycles, your Do-It-Yourself Garage awaits. Call 1-844-462-3494 today or reserve your bay at AmericanDIYG.com. American Do-It-Yourself Garage. You can do it. We know you can. Nobody remembers the name J.F. Whitlow & Sons Incorporated until you need them. But when you have a toilet problem, drains back up, pipes freeze, your heat or air conditioning stops working, then you remember J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Don't forget the phone number, 399-1714. That's 399-1714. Air conditioning and heating, and all plumbing. J.F. Whitlow & Sons have been serving Hampton Roads since 1949, residential and commercial. You can always count on J.F. Whitlow & Sons to get to you fast and get the job done right the first time. Located in Portsmouth and serving all of Hampton Roads. Those who know, call J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Call them at 399-1714. That's 399-1714. J.F. Whitlow & Sons Incorporated.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Call into the program now at 757-222-3705. Now, here is Dave Palach.
Welcome back, America. You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA, Freedom 1110. I'm your host, Dave. Hang out with Rock and Larry Cobb. And, of course, Cameron, as always, doing all of our technical work for us. So before we left, we were talking about all the different stories and stuff that things we've covered over the last couple of weeks and months and stuff. And everybody wonders whatever happens to those stories, why they go away, why we never hear anything more about them, what's the news. So we decided to go ahead and bring you guys a little up to speed. What you got?
So, you want to bring in a flashback?
Flashback.
So, do you remember when we were talking about if you could walk in somewhere and a song used to play? Anytime you walked into the door, what song it would be? So, I was listening to the radio the other day, and one of the topics that came up was, look, just like you have, when you walk into your vehicle, your phone automatically connects to your car and plays a song.
Okay.
And it's always the same exact song.
Okay.
So, the question started coming up. If you could change that song to be one song that always played and get in your car, and you can't change it. After you said it, you can't change it.
See, I couldn't do that.
What would be the first song you would always have play when you walked in your car?
Okay.
And what's the current song that automatically plays right now?
Okay, so this is a hard one for me because if anybody doesn't know, and if you guys have been listening to the show for a long time, you guys will know that besides cars, and my other hobby is I love music. I am a huge music buff, and it doesn't really matter what era the music is. I can jump from one thing to another, and I go from a wide spectrum of music, and I just always have loved just music in general. I like country. I like it all. Hip hop, rap. I like classical. You name. Cameron gets annoyed with me because I jump around so bad when it comes to music.
I started playing everything in my car now.
So I mean, but I have last count I had like 5,000 songs stored, and so road trips are really interesting with me because my music collection jumps all over the place. You never know what's going to play. So I'm the worst person to ask that question to. I know I can honestly tell you that I could not have one song play in my vehicle for the rest of my life. Every time I open up the door, it would drive me nuts. And Cameron laughs because
it automatically does it now.
So my phone automatically connects with the truck when I get in it. And if you have an Apple phone, you guys know that they automatically upload songs to your phone that you may not like. And I'm not going to say the name of the group because it's mean, and so I won't say it. But there is a certain group that is programmed to an Apple phone that I have never cared for ever. And I cannot stand that it automatically plays on my phone. I have deleted it from my phone to never play, and every time my phone does an update, it finds its way back onto my phone. And the way that I know this is I go to get in my truck, and instantly this same album starts to play again after I've deleted it, and it finds its way back to my phone. And I'm not a fan of this group, yet I feel like I could sing every one of their songs that's on that album now because it plays so many times in my truck. So Right this second, the current song that always plays when you get in my truck is, though, and Cameron should be able to know it, is not from that group, but it's
Almost Home.
Almost Home. That's right. By Craig. Is it Craig Morgan? Is that,
It's Craig Morgan.
Yeah, it's what plays in my truck all the time when you get inside my truck. If you've never heard that country song, it's actually a pretty good country song. So,
very good
I've never heard it.
yeah, it's actually a pretty good song.
I don't hear
Cool song.
music when I get in my
I'm
car.
actually going to see something.
Well, right, because the last time you bought a car was like 1970 something, so it doesn't count. But
Hey.
There's a radio in it.
there's a radio in
Do you even use your radio?
Yeah, do you listen
Yeah.
to radio in your vehicle?
Do you?
Listen
Do you,
to
or do you
us.
just whistle to yourself? Because
I listen.
I didn't have a
So-
radio for so long.
The reason why I bring this up is because it now starts to happen to me. Every time I get into the
Oh,
thing,
what plays in your vehicle? I can only imagine.
well, it's actually a good song.
Oh, okay.
It's a
'Cause he
Drive
listens to
By.
crazy drive.
Drive By Train.
How's that a good song?
All right, look, it's a good song. Or if it connects to my other device that's in the car, my USB, then it plays "Wake Me Up When September Ends" by
Oh,
Green Day.
yeah, okay. So that's a pretty cool song. I'm all right with that one. That's a little different, but no. Yeah. It's all right, Larry. Hey, Larry's over there messing with a cord. Cameron wants him to give him a cord. If you could have one song play for the rest of your life in your vehicle when you open up the door and get in your vehicle, what would it be?
Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head by B.J. Thomas.
Really? Mm-hmm. Is that like
All-time favorite song. I can't hear it enough. I love that tune.
I forgot you had a new phone and now you don't have an aux cord plugged into this.
Yeah, Cameron's going to try to play some music, but
you must-
it did not work out for him.
It must be an Apple.
It was an Apple.
Hey,
Now you have to have like 19 different connections to
Don't
make
come,
anything work. on
Don't
your
come
phone.
at
Well, no, everything's wireless, and you got to buy extra stuff.
Well, of course, it is. Yeah. It's just one of those things. Yeah.
Well, that's two phones dead in the studio.
Now, look, like I said, I like music.
I
So
got one in mind.
I
You mean the one that always goes off?
Yeah.
It'll probably
Hey,
go
do you
off.
still have George Jetson in your phone, or did you get rid of that?
I got a new phone, and
you?
I just haven't put it back.
That was my favorite. He had George Jetson ringtone.
Ding,
That
ding,
yeah.
ding.
He used to go off all the time. The things that make us laugh around here, I don't know what it
But
is.
so that is my first song that comes on. If I could pick a song to always play when I got in the car, it would be the song that goes, "I'm back. Guess who's back?"
Oh, that's
again.
Eminem. So here's the thing. I don't. Everybody asks me all the time, "What's your favorite song?" I don't think I have one.
Pick the genre, and I can tell you.
I like a lot of songs, but I do have one all-time favorite song, and that's
If it's
Raindrops.
country, Tennessee Whiskey.
Well, okay. How can that be your favorite song though? Because that song's not that old. I mean, that's still a new song with with last couple years. Is that when that song came out? Like last 2 years.
Last 2 years.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great song. I mean,
it's
I
an
think that's a
amazing
great
song.
song, but
I remember when I was driving, he's like, "Hey, you gotta listen to this
driving
song."
music is important. I don't care what anybody says. You have to have the right music to drive to.
And the right speakers.
Yeah, you have to have a good sound system too, and that's something that people don't seem to understand. Now, okay, I understand how annoying it is if you're at a stoplight and somebody pulls up next to you and it, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, okay.
He has to do.
Okay, so some people that's annoying too, and so but if you have a
It's
nice,
annoying to me.
Okay, if
It's
you
not even the bum bum. It's the rattling from the license plate.
I don't want to listen to you. Right. See, that's always drove me crazy. Okay, here's a little bit of advice. If you're going to have a really nice sound system in your car, make sure nothing on your car rattles. I shouldn't hear your car rattle as you're trying to play music. It's one thing if you have a nice sound system enough on your car to make things rattle on my car. Okay, that's kind of impressive. But if everything on your car is rattling, well, that's not very impressive.
I like bass. I like clean, tight bass, but
I like it
don't-
clean.
I don't.
I
like,
like it clean.
I don't like it
And-
so loud that I can't think.
I like everything to be clean, crisp. I want this sound in a car to sound like it is like I'm at a concert or something.
Yeah,
like
natural.
it's crisp and it's clear and it has great sound to it. I don't mind. I'm a little bit different than you. I don't mind a little bit of nice, long-lasting, crisp, clear, drawn-out bass where I can hear it and I can feel it in my chest a little bit. I don't mind that at all. But it has to be clear and crisp, or I'm not interested.
Yeah.
When it gets to the point where it starts to distort everything,
Yeah, it's muddy.
and it's muddied up, and then I'm just not interested. I'm just like, and it's funny because I've had this conversation with so many people in the car audio where they're like, "Oh, that sounds real great," and I'm like, okay, no, that doesn't. But I have somebody you can go see that could make that sound great. I say that all the time. I'm like, I know somebody that can make it sound great.
We're not sponsored by them, but if you are looking to do audio, Soundwave Customs,
Yeah.
great friends over there, great staff.
Yeah, they
of
will hook you
people.
up. They will definitely hook
They
you up. If
definitely
you
know
need,
what they're
if
doing.
you have something you think sounds good, take it over there and let them actually listen to something that sounds good. And now that you've had something really done nicely, you will see the difference between what
And I
they do
remember
and what you have.
when I hopped in their Ford truck. That's the first time I hopped in a Ford truck. But their audio in there, it was crisp, clean. You could hear every single beat.
It needs to be clear. It needs to be crisp. It needs to be clear. I want to hear every single harmonic. I want to hear every instrument. I used to play like out of the box things when I used to test. When I was really big into car audio way back in the day. I had just a love and a passion for it, and I grew a little bit out of it. I still like it, but not nearly like I did back then. And I would throw like things in that people just couldn't believe that I would throw in to test the sound. I throw Yanni in, and people would be like, "Why you got that in there?" I'm like, "Why not? You can hear everything. Yeah. Like if this doesn't sound good in there, nothing's going to sound good in there." And it would just throw people's like way off. A lot of my friends, people that are into, "Oh, I want to listen to this and I want to listen to that." I'm like, throw this in there. Let's make sure this sounds good, because if this is crisp and this is clear, anything will sound good in here. But if you can't put this in, or you can't put something classical in, and you can't hear all the different instruments, nothing you play is ever going to sound good. It doesn't matter what it is. So on that note, it's commercial break time again. I got to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I want to jump into one of the stories somebody sent me. They asked me some questions on it. I know you guys want to hear it too. Talk to you soon.
You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio with Dave Palach here on Freedom 1110 WKQA.
Nobody remembers the name J.F. Whitlow & Sons Incorporated until you need them. But when you have a toilet problem, drains back up, pipes freeze, your heat or air conditioning stops working, then you remember J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Don't forget the phone number, 399-1714. That's 399-1714. Air conditioning and heating and all plumbing. J.F. Whitlow & Sons have been serving Hampton Roads since 1949. Residential and commercial. You could always count on J.F. Whitlow & Sons to get to you fast and get the job done right the first time. Located in Portsmouth and serving all of Hampton Roads. Those who know, call J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Call them at 399-1714. That's 399-1714. J.F. Whitlow & Sons Incorporated.
Hey guys, Dave Palach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. Are you tired of your everyday job? Looking for something more? You have to go check out ATI at auto.edu. Advanced Technology Institute has a program for you. From accelerated schedules to assistance in helping students get into the career field fast. Guys, I understand how hard it is with the hassle of juggling life, work, kids. That's why ATI provides day and night classes to make things as easy for you to succeed. If you're ready for a change, give them a call today at 757-490-1241. That's 757-490-1241. Make ATI your choice for building today's minds and tomorrow's communities. ATI is certified by SCHEV, the State Council of Higher Education for Virginia, to operate in Virginia. Talk to you soon.
Do you currently live in an apartment or condo? Need to work on your car, truck, even motorcycle, but your homeowners association has you down? If your garage is full of broken dreams and the I'll get to it next week projects, American Do-It-Yourself Garage is the place for you. They offer fully equipped, well-lit garage bays with or without a vehicle lift for your needs. Each bay is fully equipped with a workbench, hand tools, air tools, laptop usage, even assistance with parts ordering, which is all included with each bay rental for a reasonable price. If you're looking for a place that feels like home, filled with fantastic staff willing to lend a hand, then give American Do-It-Yourself Garage a call today at 1-844-462-3494. That's 1-844-462-3494. Or go to their webpage and reserve your bay at AmericanDIYG.com. American Do-It-Yourself Garage. Let the friendship begin.
Take vitamins, exercise, ease up on the coffee. Sound familiar from your last visit to the doctor? Well, your Napa Auto Care Center knows preventive maintenance too. By grouping together services your vehicle needs, customized for the way you drive, they can save you time, money, and hassles. Prevent troubles down the road and give you confidence when you travel. Ask your Napa Auto Care Center to build a preventive maintenance plan for your vehicle today.
Hey guys, check everything your Napa Auto Care Center has to offer at NapaBDGHRVA.com. That's NapaBDGHRVA.com. Their commitment to excellence will leave you coming back for more. So check them out at NapaBDGHRVA.com. Talk to you soon. Hey guys, Dave Pilach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. You've heard me say it time and time again. Anyone can guess what's wrong with your transmission. The true test is getting it right the first time. At Bob and Cindy's Cottman Transmission in Janif, there is no guessing. They understand that your car is more than just a car. It's what gets you from work on time and home safely at the end of the day. Bob and Cindy understand you have to work hard to meet the needs of your customer. Their certified technicians will help keep you on the road for years to come. If you can drive it, they can fix it. Call Bob and Cindy today at Cottman Transmission Janif, 466-7778. That's 466-7778.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Call into the program now at 757-222-3705. Now, here is Dave Pilach.
Welcome back, America. You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA, Freedom 1110. So if you guys weren't with us for the first three segments, hey, we're here for the last. You guys haven't met. The best part is at the end.
Why?
Because I said
It's
so.
the final countdown. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Does that sound crisp in your car?
It does. You know, there's a lot of songs, like I said, you could play in your car that sound crisp, but it just depends on what you like, what type of music. Hey, so I got a call. So, old man Fred, I know you're out there. What's going on, buddy?
Oh, pretty good. How y'all doing? Good show today. Good show.
Yes, sir. What you got going on? How you been?
Okay, pretty good. Well, I'm going to take y'all back in time just a little bit to 1966 in Steubenville, Ohio. I was working on the power plant up there in construction, and this guy from Texas and his buddy was eating breakfast with us before we went to work that morning. You know the song by Tex Ritter called Rye Whiskey, Rye Whiskey?
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
Rye whiskey,
Rye whiskey. Yeah, I knew as soon as
Yeah.
he said it. Yeah.
It's an irritating song when you listen to it about the second time. Anyhow, so this song was playing on the jukebox, and Tex sitting across from me. He was about 6'5", big welder, and we eat my bacon and eggs. And his little buddy, his buddy was little. The guys with the big mouth are always real little. This guy was little. He had a big mouth, and he's sitting there. And Rye Whiskey had just gone off for about the second time. So Tex says, "Man, I hate that song. Well, I tell you right now, if I hear that thing again." And he kept eating his eggs, and so his buddy disappears and comes back and sits down, you know. And the song Rye Whiskey had just gone off, and nothing was on. And then my buddy Tex was listening. And then the song comes on, the next song comes on, and it's Rye Whiskey. And so so he looks at his buddy, and he says, "You didn't play that, did you?" And he started laughing. Well, he jumped up, Tex did, grabbed his buddy. His buddy got away from him. They're running all over the restaurant. It's 16 degrees outside. Tex throws him out through the door and keeps him outside in the 16-degree weather with his shirt sleeves.
No.
And would have let him back in the restaurant. Oh, man, I just figured I'd run that story by you, but what a deal. I was driving, at that time, a brand-new 66 Candy Apple Red Mustang, yeah.
Oh, bet you wish you still had that car.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I wish I still had. Oh, God, I do. Yes, I do.
It's funny. I was talking with somebody during the week, and they said if I still had every car that I convinced myself that I didn't need, I'd be a very rich man.
Oh man, I had a '57 Chevy convertible, a '60 Impala convertible. Got all the cars. I got the Chevrolet '57 almost new. Got the '60 new. Got I had 4 or 5 brand new Mustangs, and every one don't have a one. Well, I got a Mustang convertible now, but it's not a classic. It's a '96 model, but I've had it 21 years.
Well, you know how it is.
But you're right. I wish I did.
Yeah, life dictates what we think we need. At the time, anyway. Kids usually have a lot to do with that, too.
You got that right. Oh, man. I say, well, y'all having a good show today. Interesting. Every week I listen to the show.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thanks for calling in.
Okay, and shout out to Cameron. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, so here, I got this last one for you guys. So this is one of the stories of what happened where everything goes. Everything goes, all the stories go to die, and everybody always wonders where they go to die. So here's one for you guys. So do you guys remember we were talking about all the different, like, little things and gadgets and all the neat little things that they think they want to invent for cars? So we talk about them quite a bit. And, it's kind of funny. As I went back and I was looking through some of the stories, we've talked about every type of device that somebody's thought they want to invent for a car over the last 3 years. We've talked about it all. Okay, you name it. We've talked about different type of cup holders. We've talked about. Do you remember the Fry cup holder?
Yeah, you can find them all at J.C. Whitney.
Yeah, right. That's probably where they all go to die. That's wrong. Sorry, J.C. Whitney. But all these little devices and stuff that go, and everybody's like, you guys talk about this is coming out and that's coming out. Why don't we ever hear anything more about it? Is what basically the email I got. I was like, well, here's the reason. They put all this product and development, and research and stuff into these devices, and then they kind of find out that you dropped $1 million into an idea that nobody wants.
Yeah.
That's what really happens. If you guys really, truly, these startup companies will get money. They'll drop $1 million, $2 million into an idea, and they'll come to find out the one thing they didn't research was the want.
Yeah.
It's a great idea. Oh, this product is awesome. And I don't disagree with you. Yeah. The product seems really cool.
Does anybody want it?
But nobody wants it.
Yeah.
$2 million later, and it's like, oh, we got the perfect, we have all the bugs worked out. And you do. And then they realize that
you've come up with a solution for which there wasn't ever a problem.
The problem. That's exactly a perfect line. Yep. You have a solution for something that was never a problem and nobody ever wanted.
Yep.
And that's what happens to tons and tons and tons of these little ideas we talk about, for all these little inventions for the car to make driving better. Here's one that recently came up. So I told you about Volvo is going to reduce the speeds of their car. So we talked about that a couple weeks ago, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
And we talked about rather one of us would be interested in owning a car that's going to tell me how fast I can go.
Mm-hmm. Okay? I said I didn't care.
All right. Then we talked about, months ago, we talked about the cameras inside the car that were going to face you, okay? And they were going to start to read all your different body languages and stuff like that.
And make you feel better.
All right. Well, and I told you I thought there was a hidden reason for that, right? Yep. Remember I told you, I said, just wait. There is a hidden reason for this.
So you've discovered the reason.
I knew what it was. I've known what it was from the very get-go, what the reason was going to be. We're going to take control of the car. If I determine that I think that you're impaired and you shouldn't be driving, we're going to take control of the car. And that's exactly what Volvo's using it for. So Volvo's decided to put the cameras in the car, and it's going to read your facial features, but not for all these gimmicky ideas that we've talked about. It's so they can take control of the car. If they think you're impaired, if you're not paying attention enough to the road, if they think you're texting while driving, they will step in, take control of the car, and pull the car over and park it. And that's going to be it, buddy.
Are they going to have like an alert system to
It will. So what it'll do is connect to a
dispatch.
That's right. And they will take control of the car. So once again, I'm going to check one in my box. I was right. It's not for all this little gimmicky ideas and stuff, the sensors in the steering wheel and all that stuff we've been talking about. It's going to be so somebody can watchdog you and tell you how to drive your car. I knew that's what it had to be behind.
There's going to be error.
There's going to be error because something's going to happen. I'm going to look down one too many times, messing with a kid in the back seat or something like that, and the car's going to pull me over, park my car, and I'm going to be mad. That's where the error is going to be. Absolutely. And on that note, I'm just going to let you know, I was right. I knew there was something behind it, and it was coming up. That's the end of our show. We got to go ahead and get out of here. It is Saturday, guys. Sun's out. Might be just a little bit cold, but at least the sun is out where we're at. Hopefully it's out where you guys are out. Enjoy your Saturday. Sunday's right around the corner. Turn off the TV. Spend some time with your kids. Take them to a car show. They'll love you for it. And we're out of here. Talk to you soon.